Would you borrow money to buy a $30 t-shirt? Surprisingly, millions of people do this every single day, often without even realizing it. Last year, over 45 million Americans used the Buy Now, Pay Later service. That's nearly 1 in every 5 adults. The scary part? Many of them believe it's free money. What starts as a simple, small purchase can quickly spiral into a financial nightmare. We live in a fast-paced world: fast food, fast fashion, fast delivery. Now, we also have fast debt. Buy Now, Pay Later promises freedom and flexibility, no interest, no fees, and no waiting. However, behind the smooth checkout buttons and friendly branding lies a system designed to trap you in a cycle of emotional spending and invisible debt. It's not just a money problem, it's a mindset issue. It's a trap disguised as convenience. In this video, I will explain how Buy Now, Pay Later works, why it's so addictive, and how to break free before it jeopardizes your financial future. By the end, you'll know how to spot the warning signs, protect your wallet, and find real financial freedom. Let's dive in. So, what is Buy Now, Pay Later really? At its core, Buy Now, Pay Later is a type of short-term loan. You buy something now and pay it off in installments, typically on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. You have seen the names Afterpay, Klarna, Affirm, and Zip. These services are available everywhere, from Nike and Sephora to Walmart and Best Buy. These companies partner with retailers to offer a simple option at checkout. Instead of paying $200 up front, you pay $50 today and the rest over the next few weeks. It sounds easy and feels harmless. However, keep in mind that every time you choose Buy Now, Pay Later, you are borrowing money, and that decision comes with certain conditions. It's not interest-free if you're not careful. Buy Now, Pay Later companies advertise themselves as interest-free, but there's a catch. If you miss a payment, even by one day, they can impose late fees, interest sometimes up to 30%, and negative marks on your credit report. Additionally, some long-term Buy Now, Pay Later plans, such as 6 or 12-month options, charge interest from the start, often without you even realizing it. You think you are getting a great deal, but you might end up overpaying in the long run. Let's break it down. You buy a $600 iPhone and choose to pay in 4 installments. If you miss the second payment, a late fee of $15 will be incurred. Then, if your final payment is delayed by 1 week, you will incur an additional fee of $20. That interest-free phone has now cost you $635 and could potentially harm your credit score. They're playing with your psychology. Buy Now, Pay Later is not just a simple payment method, it's a cleverly designed marketing strategy. Companies know how to trigger your emotions. They lure you in with phrases like, "It's only $25 today," or "Don't miss out." Pay later, enjoy now. This method separates the pleasure of buying from the pain of paying. This trick is known as payment splitting bias. It makes large purchases feel smaller and more manageable, even when you're not actually saving money. Instead of questioning whether you truly need something, you convince yourself it's affordable. Retailers love this tactic because it can boost sales by 20% to 30% on average. The hidden snowball effect is another danger. It can accumulate quickly. For example, say you use Klarna to buy a $100 pair of shoes. Then, you use Afterpay for a $75 jacket. The following week, you split a $200 electronics purchase on Affirm. Before you know it, you have committed to 3 different payment plans with varying due dates and have spent nearly $400 without even realizing it. The worst part? These apps don't always show your total outstanding debt in one convenient place. You could be juggling 5 or 6 small payments at once, believing you're still in good shape, until it hits your bank account all at once. Buy Now, Pay Later services are not always regulated like credit cards. Credit cards are bound by banking regulations and come with clear protections for consumers. However, many Buy Now, Pay Later platforms operate in a gray area with less regulation and fewer rules. They may not provide full transparency, making it challenging to dispute charges. Some even refuse to pause payments if you return a product, while others might continue charging fees even after you cancel. That's why financial watchdogs like the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau are starting to crack down on the industry. Until real regulations are put in place, you are your own protection. Notably, buy now, pay later affects certain groups more significantly. It's not just a random trend, it targets specific demographics. Gen Z and Millennials make up the largest segment of users. Why? Buy now, pay later fills this gap by promising a safer alternative. In reality, it often leads to overbuying, untracked debt, and financial anxiety. According to a LendingTree study, 50% of Gen Z users of buy now, pay later have missed a payment. Furthermore, 62% admit to having overspent because of it, and 28% later regretted their purchases entirely. This isn't just about being irresponsible, it's often about being uninformed. Buy now, pay later doesn't just create immediate problems. It can shape your financial habits for years to come. Let me ask you this: what kind of financial behavior are you teaching yourself to accept? When you constantly split payments, you normalize debt as a way of life. You stop seeing the full price of things, you stop saving before making purchases, and you begin relying on the future you to fix the choices made by today's you. But here's the issue: future you may already be financially strained. You're not building the discipline to manage your finances, you are creating a habit of escaping reality. Many people who start using buy now, pay later eventually turn to credit cards, personal loans, and even payday lenders when they can no longer keep up with the financial juggling act. This creates a financial snowball effect that can be difficult to stop once it gains momentum. And it doesn't just cost you money, it costs you peace of mind. Imagine waking up every morning and worrying about what charge will be made to your account that day. Picture the stress of calculating which bill you can afford to delay without incurring a fee. Visualize living with that constant anxiety, all because you wanted to pay later on a $60 purchase. This is how many individuals who earn decent incomes still feel broke, not because they don't make enough money, but because they are caught in a payment-first mindset. That's why it's more important than ever to understand the long-term costs of buy now, pay later. Real power doesn't reside in owning the latest sneakers or iPhone. It lies in the ability to walk away and say, "Not today. I will wait. I will buy it when I'm ready." Delay the gratification. Protect your future. When you stop making impulsive purchases, you start building intentional wealth. If you found this information enlightening, imagine how applying these principles to your overall financial life can change your situation. Hit subscribe for more practical financial insights to help you stay in control. Turn on notifications so you don't miss our next content, coming up on credit scores, side hustles, and strategies to break free from living paycheck to paycheck. And feel free to drop a comment below. Have you ever used a buy now, pay later service? Did it benefit you or create more problems? Let's start a conversation. You deserve more than a false sense of freedom. You deserve real control over your money and your future. Thank you for watching.